So today we have with us Dr. Kafil Khan, who first came into headlines in the Gorakhpur incident when he distributed a lot of oxygen cylinders, wrote many letters to the government, and he was also seen on many platforms showing his solidarity. Now, Dr. Khan, when you were arrested, you were given a bail in between, but yet you were not released, and the government found new reasons to keep you inside. And when the judgment came, which was a landmark judgment, it was said that the whole jail time of yours was illegal. So, do you think you were picked up as a single person and became a victim of the high-handedness of the on the part of the government?
I'm not the only example. There are thousands of people who are incarcerated because of criticizing the government policies, which is affecting the most marginalized community and the most poorest people of India. My story has come to you, and my story has reached to the people. But there are so many people who have died. Those so many people have incarcerated for 10, 18 years, and so many people are still in behind the jail. So many students who are protesting against CA and RC still behind the jail. So I think the government is has a policy to suppress each and every voice who is criticizing their policies. Even though our honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has clearly said that healthy flourishes democracy. So in democracy, the criticism, non-violence, peaceful protest is allowed, and the constitution has given us a right to speak, within a democratic limit. So I think the government is the one thing is that I agree with you that the Uttar Pradesh government, I would say specifically, um, the chief minister, I would say specifically, he is witch hunting, and it's started from since August 2017, when 70 innocent life has gone because of the sudden stoppage of liquid oxygen. And the media made me hero and messiah, even though I was not the only one. There's so many other doctors who helped, and so many ward boys, sister, everybody helped. Um, uh, but I think the witch hunt is started because when I came out of the jail after the BRD oxygen tragedy, I started asking the three questions. If Dr. Kafil is not the murderer, who killed those innocent kids? Because the High Court is saying that there is no single evidence of medical negligence. The UP government internal inquiry is saying there is no evidence of medical negligence, corruption, and Dr. Kafil tried to save each and every life. So, who are the real culprit? If Dr. Kafil is not a
So,
murderer, who killed those 70 kids?
so doctor, do you believe it was because of the work and concerns that you were showing, or the community you belong to, or perhaps the both?
I have already answered this. See, Dr. Kafil Khan is not the reason. I think if it's Dr. Kapil Mishra or Dr. Kapil Kumar, the Yogi government would have done the same thing. They just wanted a scapegoat to hide the whole incident, to bury the whole incident, to save the real culprits, the health minister of Uttar Pradesh and the principal secretary of Uttar Pradesh. They wanted to save them. Uh, I think it's the only thing is that once the Khan names comes, story is easy to buy. If you remember
Okay.
the JNU incident, there were two students, Kanhaiya Kumar and Dr. Kafil Khan. Kanhaiya Kumar and Umar Khalid.
Umar Khalid.
They were blaming that they went to Pakistan to conspiracy against the Indian
So you
government, but nobody believed that Kanhaiya Kumar must have gone. Everybody was talking about Umar Khalid must have gone. So it's a easy to buy a story because so much poison has flowed into the community in the name of religion and caste.
So you're saying you were just a mere scapegoat for the Yogi's government for their doings, right? We'll
Yes.
move on. So, do you believe that something went wrong in your speech that perhaps led to your arrest? There was something wrong. Do you feel anything wrong in that?
No, no, not at all, not at all. Because see, I have given more than 300 speeches all over India against CA and RC, and I've gone to Chhattisgarh, Pashchim Bengal, Bihar, Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, everywhere I have gone. But not a single speech, not a single government has filed a FIR because it was the same topic and you talk about the same thing. So don't change your speech in every meeting. And the thing is that if you go through my whole speech, I was talking about that non-violence, peaceful protest against CANRC. The Allahabad High Court Chief Justice of India has, in 8 pages, he has written my speech, and then he has said that देश तोड़ने की बात नहीं, देश जोड़ने की बात की थी. My speech was about the integrity and unity of India. So I don't think
You
so
feel
that there is something.
you feel something similar happened to the Omar Khalid also?
See, it's so many people have. It's still inside the jail. I have written a letter to the UN and European Committee of Human Rights. This security laws, which is which should be used for the anti-national people and to the people who work against the government. But these laws are using to suppress the voice of of so many people who are criticizing the government.
We'll come to the letter later. I have questions for you that also. But how were you treated in there when the whole time during your arrest? What kind of questions were you asked during the part of your interrogation, if there was any?
The so caution they behave with me. They said I was like a hardcore criminal. No, they asked me. We have a proof that you have invented some powder which can kill millions of people. Um, I said I am a doctor. I don't have a lab. If you're talking about coronavirus, go ask some other country. You have gone abroad to destabilize the government. I said my passport is with the judiciary. I can't leave India without informing court. And if how can an individual can destabilize the government? So these type of weird questions, and not only the questions, that physical and mental torture. It was horrible this time.
So were you the only one treated like this, or the others that you mentioned you met in jail were treated the same?
No, in jail there was no one like in NSA cases. Mathura, I was in Mathura jail. I was put in a isolated, confined cell initially.
So if you were asked to point out one thing that striked out the accord of a massive support that you got across the communities for your release, what it would be? Because Dr. Kafil Khan has become something in today's India politics.
I think, see, there are so much, when I said there's so much poison in the have spread inside the youth's mind about the religion and region and caste and socioeconomic status, but there are millions of people, I think, they love India and they believe India and they're liberal and they think that the religion is something personal choice. I believe in Allah, but that my personal choice. I don't discriminate people on the basis of caste. So there are thousands, crores of people who believe the same thing, that India is for unity and religion is something for their personal thing. So I think the support I get, the work I did in BRD, the work I conducted so many camps, and people know that since my childhood, even that in the speech I have said that since childhood my parents, my teachers used to tell me, na Hindu banega na Musliman banega, insan ki aulad hai, insan banega.
So since you're asking this question, I'm prompted to ask, do you feel there's a rift growing between these two communities and perhaps an intolerance India is becoming?
There are good people, there are bad people. Okay, everywhere this system works. Even if we talk about the 4 pillars of democracy, the administrative power, the political power, the judiciary, the media, that they see how everything is infiltrated. Even the enforcement director, income tax, CBI. You go to the political party, you go to the media, how they are so biased. They show some stories and they don't show some stories. So I think, but still I believe there are some good people everywhere. You see my judgment, the Chief Justice of Goan Mathur and Somen Singh, they have how they have given the judgment. Previous judges who were seeing my cases, they were not listening, but the Chief Justice has given the beautiful judgment. I said that the district magistrate was selective in my approach. So I think everywhere there are good people, and we should have always a positive thought, and we should always love our country, and I think that will also go.
I want to know, what was your fight exactly against CA and NRC, and will this fight continue? Will you continue this fight?
See, first I will talk about the CA. I agree with my home minister when he said that it's a नागरिकता देने का कानून है, नागरिकता लेने का कानून नहीं है. It is a law which give nationality. It doesn't take nationality. I agree with that. But the question is, why you live so many religions? It's not about Muslim. They have left so many religions. You know that in world there are only not only 6 religions. There are hundreds of religions. Then why you left those Buddhists who come from Tibet and settle in India? Why you left those Tamilians who come from Sri Lanka and settle in South India? Why you left those Hindus who come from Nepal and settle in India? And then you talk about the chronology. CA, then NPR, then NRC. I was opposing that chronology. I have seen what happened when NRC was employed in Assam, and 18 lakh people. They're not from only a particular community. They were 12 lakh people, non-Muslim people. They lost their citizenship. So who are they? They all are poor. So I think poor have a different community. So those people, if you implement the same thing in RC all over India, you need thousands of crore, around 36,000 crore you need to implement NRC, and then you will leave so many millions of people, and those millions of people will be from a particular community, and that community is a poor marginalized community.
So it's not just about Hindu and Muslim, because when it started from Assam, it was just about the citizenship. But when it came down, we see a drastic change. When it came down to Delhi, it became a Hindu-Muslim issue. So is it not just about that?
It was never Hindu Muslim issue. I have attended so many CA and anti CA, anti NRC rallies. I've seen so many across the community people coming. A street vendor, a rickshaw puller, a person who is working as a laborer, where they will get the papers, their father's paper, their grandfather paper, the land paper, their date of birth, their date of registration. So I don't think so. It's about a particular community. Yes, the community was targeted, and that was a sign they wanted to put. But it is going. It was. I believe that it was going to affect each and every individual who belongs to a poor socioeconomic status.
So are you planning to continue this fight? And if so, how will you do it amid this pandemic?
The one who is promised, the one who wanted to do this chronology, he is not talking right now. So once he talks, we will talk.
Before that, you're not going to take first step this time.
Oh, when he is not going to do it, then why we will do? Right now, my country has a bigger problem. My country is facing a coronavirus pandemic. Already 1 lakh people have died, and we have crossed already 7.6 million people who are affected with corona. That is a government data. We don't know how many people have died and how many people have affected. And the thing is saying that we have collected a data that shows that every day 1,000 people are dying because of coronavirus, and 28,000 people are dying because of non-COVID disease, carcinomas, dialysis, cardiac arrest, deliveries, pregnancy-related issues, road traffic accident. So all those diseases has not gone. Dengue, chikungunya, malaria, everything is not gone, yaar. Only corona, the whole thing has diverted towards corona resources. So I think right now we have to fight against corona, and we have to be together. Everyone should forget about everything and should fight the corona.
Do you believe the government took the advantage of the lockdown and did the witch hunting to the people who were protesting in the against the CA and RC, especially those who were against it? Do you think they took the advantage of lockdown?
I see. Even from jail, I have written a letter. Okay, and I also suggested lockdown, but the way the lockdown was implemented was horrible. Coming
You
at
think
eight
it could
o'clock
have been
and
done better?
yeah, you could have given at least 5-7 days leverage that I'm going to have. When there were people were doing the thali thing, that time if we announced that 25th from 25th there will be a lockdown, I think it will be better. But because any of people migrated, millions of people walked hundreds of kilometers, and they died on the way. They moved from the train. they walked this scorching heat. So many kids died. So that was horrible, And then what happened at the last? See the Bihar, no, the corona is not gone, but how the rallies are happening, the thousands of people are gathering, and there was no social distancing. So I think we should not forget the social distancing, the wearing mask and the washing hand is one thing, and the other thing is that the testing. The WHO is crying since January, and we still have not achieved, that target.
Let's come back to the topic. You, on 13th of October, you wrote a response letter to DROI, that's the Human Rights Commission. First, did you get any response after that? Second, are you satisfied with that? And third, do you wish to take it on an international platform?
Uh, See, I have written letter to the UN and to the European for Parliament subcommittee on human rights about
Mhm.
the misuse of security laws, how the government and actually these letters I have written in this response to letter I have got from them. Okay, the
Correct.
United Nations has written to letter because my wife has written letter in July something time, February, March, and they have written later in August, and so it was a response. But I think I would approach. I have already approached the Prime Minister and President, and I continue a judicial fight to that the internal matter should be within India.
So you do not wish to take it on an international platform.
I have already taken, but but I think it's better that internal matters should be within
So you
India,
won't
and
pursue
we
it.
should find.
So you won't pursue
Yeah,
it on an
first,
international matter.
first, yes. First, I would like to want to pursue within India through judiciary and through our political parties and administrative policies.
So, Dr. Kafil, if how would you confront the allegation by the people that soon after release you ran away to Rajasthan? So, do you feel safer under Congress regime? Is it that so?
I am not. Three things I want to clear with you, Paurush. One thing is that I'm not scared. I have not left Uttar Pradesh. I'm going to Uttar Pradesh. I'm getting threats from the literal organization. I won't take name, but I've getting messages and phone calls that I once I will enter UP, they will kill me. But I'm not scared. I'm going to my
Are you
hometown
getting these
Gorakhpur.
threats from the government,
Not no, not from the government.
from the
I'm not
local
from the
mob?
government. A local mob, or you can say that they're literal organization. There's so many outfits. They claim that that the pseudo nationalism has gone inside their mind. Anyway, uh, we have already written to the letter to the district magistrate and SSP of the Gorakhpur to give me security, and if they don't provide, there is a time limit of 21 days. Then I move to the High Court to give me the security. And yes, I am in Jaipur right now. Jaipur and Delhi, I'm hopping, and yes, we are safe there, and we are happy. Right now, spending time with the family is more important because it's not only me. The whole family has gone through a very bad phase, especially my mother and wife. So and the kids. So I'm spending time with them. And third thing I want to tell you that I'm not joining any political party. I am a doctor. Once a doctor, always a doctor. So I want to work, and I have already started a Health for All campaign on 2nd of October on Gandhi Jayanti, and I want to take it forward.
So, if I rephrase that, you're saying that you feel more safe, you and your family feel more safe under the Congress regime in Rajasthan for right now, for the time being.
All right, no, yes, I agree with that.
So, for my last and final question is, where do we see Dr. Kafil Khan in the coming next 10 years? As a doctor, as a social service, as an activist, or as a politician?
As a doctor, I would always continue my health camp, and I want to improve the health structure of the India. And we have already started a Health for All campaign, we have realized 72% of Indian citizen doesn't have health access. So I even in down the lane 10 years, I want to see my India to improve the health structure, spending around 5 to 7% of GDP on health issues. And I want to see the activism will continue, and I promise you that Dr. Kafil will continue raising voice against the injustice done to anyone, anywhere in the world.
Well, I hope for your well-being, and I hope your family is happy to have you back and spend your time. And I hope you're safe and your family is safe during this coronavirus. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you, Dr. Kafil Khan. Thank you so much.